SVG's Jason Dackman. We're at the 2025 SVG College Summit in Atlanta. It's a super busy day, and we're super excited to have Shawn Deweerd as well as Greg Macchia with us. Greg is with Riedel, Shawn is with the University of Notre Dame, and Notre Dame certainly has a big complement of Riedel gear here at their campus. Let's start with, tell me a little bit about how you guys leverage Riedel technology and where it's installed on the campus.
So we primarily use we have their entire Riedel comm system. We have an artist frame, tons and tons of the smart panels. And we utilize a lot of their Bolero. I believe we have 30 of their Bolero antennas or Bolero radios that we use for tons of events across campus. And then last year we implemented the SsimplyLive RefBox replay system.
Sure. Tell me a little bit about the RefBox.
So the RefBox system came from a necessity, because they added women's and men's lacrosse official replay. And in the addition of baseball and softball playing at the same time, we had to expand our replay system. And Scott had seen the RefBox at, I believe, IBC 1 or 2 years ago, and said this is a solution that we can implement, and we put it right in place for soccer, I believe in 2023, and then men's and women's lacrosse that spring, and then again this spring for soccer and lacrosse.
Very cool. So, Greg, tell me a little bit about how the Riedel ecosystem that was already there at the University of Notre Dame caters to installing solutions from SsimplyLive like the RefBox and that type of thing.
Yeah, I mean, look, Riedel, as Shawn mentioned, it's known for comms, Bolero, so certainly we know that there's a big footprint there for Riedel, from the high end, but also, other solutions on the comm side, like there's Punctum, right, so which is the digital party line solution, but also has a connection in with Bolero, so it kind of gives another, cost-effective solution maybe for the schools, that can't afford, the full traditional Riedel setup, and then certainly on the SsimplyLive side, our production suite, it's a suite, so it gives you the all-in-one capability, the replay, but here the RefBox as well. So, and again, geared to the simplicity, the intuitive nature of what we do. That's really, the collegiate market is really important for us, and now it's, SsimplyLive being added into the Riedel ecosystem. Now you've got communication, audio, you've got the video infrastructure, certainly the Riedel does, and now the live production side. So kind of, coming to Riedel is kind of a one-stop shop almost, but it's also the knowledge. I was speaking with Shawn earlier just on some of the things they're doing and the challenges that they have, and just having that conversation, because even from us as a company, we always want to improve. We want to do more. What can we do to help, to help the schools in this particular market? Very
cool. So Shawn, RefBox certainly a big solution for you guys, but SsimplyLive known for the ViBox, the full production suite. You guys are experimenting a little bit on that end as well.
Yeah,
right?
Like I mentioned, we've primarily used it for the RefBox, but when we bought the RefBox, we got a 1-year production license, and we utilized it for a couple NDI productions, which for our rugby collegiate team, for our club team, and it worked well. I mean, NDI, and we're doing it all across the campus network. So the beauty of the RefBox system is that we're utilizing it solely on campus network. So when we take the computer over and set it up straight into campus network, and it just works.
Sure, right.
So we've worked really, really closely with our networking team to make sure that the video bandwidth and the latency has been sufficient for what the teams need, and that's been the beauty. So now when we do men's and women's lacrosse, if the women's team decides to play indoor, the men's decide to play outdoor later that afternoon, we just pick it up, move it, plug it in, and it works.
Right.
And then for football, we've used it for stats review. So up in the press box, you have a guy who after the play reviews the stats, announces it to the press in the press box. He now has that SsimplyLive up there, stops the play, reviews it quickly, can see all the angles if he wants to, make sure he gets an accurate play for the press.
Very cool, very exciting. And Greg, college, again, you mentioned it, a huge priority for Riedel, the college market, both in athletics and education. Can you tell us how you guys are trying to continue to prioritize college?
Yeah, so on that, I mean, as a company, especially in this market, we've created a vertical now where we have salespeople dedicated. Let's look at that education market. What more can we do there? Okay, we have live sports, but even just in the classroom and different areas, we certainly want to expand there, so we've set up that vertical. And then also on the SsimplyLive side, we've added 2 salespeople, dedicated salespeople just for SsimplyLive, the live video production, to really, more boots on the ground to assist the sales team. Obviously with what Riedel does, there's a lot to do, but so focus on what we're doing. Obviously, what Shawn talked about at Notre Dame, we know that our solution is built for that, so certainly we want to have more dedicated people, to push the message out there and grow that, that potential and help the schools. more content, having students being able to run and just learn, what live production is, the editorial part of it, how to do it and grow and hopefully get that next generation of users, built up so that, they can tell their stories in their ways.
It's a great example of technology and educational institutions working together to create a pretty solid product for athletics. So Shawn, Greg, thank you guys so much for your time. Really appreciate it. For more news, check with sportsvideo.org, the SVG YouTube channel, and SVG Play.